the position of the person doing the paper cutter and to turn it into big disadvantage. Okay, so go ahead, guide me through it.
I'd be here, and if I can get a sneak here without him knowing.
Yes.
Here, I'd be here, and I come here.
Correct, and you'd want this arm to go underneath here, right?
Yes, that's how it usually comes out. Like I'm threatening maybe a north-south,
Yes.
I come here.
Correct.
What I try and do
Yes.
to get it is I try and take my forehead and pin the shoulder.
Okay.
Because
which shoulder?
this one.
Okay.
Because I'm holding this one.
Okay.
And so if I can get it, I'll come here.
Okay.
And I'll come this way and have a counteract. And I'm not getting you, but
Go ahead.
that's
Again. Go ahead.
one I'm not getting you over, yeah.
Good. We'll finish it. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not.
That's not my problem. I can teach you this.
It's your left hand beeper.
Go ahead. Let's see. I'm gonna do what the kids do.
Put that
There you go. Drop that elbow right on his throat.
He is my professor.
He wouldn't feel bad. He's not going to feel bad about choking him.
He's squeezing his ass off.
All right. Now, one of the reasons why that worked is because I just laid there like this. Okay. But here's the thing. Whenever you feel this set up and they're coming under your arm, pretty much the only thing is going to be one of two things. Either the paper cut, which is 95%, or they're going to go for an arm bar, which is probably they're not going to do. Okay. So as he goes for the arm, for the paper cut, go ahead. Go ahead. Correct.
There's no way.
And notice that you're losing your position.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel this feed, you're up. Go over my arm. That right there, that's paper cutter. The second that happens, you do this. You put the head and you turn to the side. There's no paper cutter here. In fact, guys, you even have a position where it's almost like an arm drag. Okay.
I guess that's why that's why I would always put my forehead there.
Correct.
I'm not sure I can stop you, but
It's
that's
okay.
the thought process.
But let's say, go ahead.
So if I'm here, yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
Correct. Why? Because I'm not gonna be able. Okay, well,
There's no way.
I know that John's gonna pin my that far shoulder with the head. Let me do that before. The second that happens,
You come up.
I just hug your head and turn to the right. I can grab your shoulder and start turning. Yeah. And then even just go under, because here you have nothing. Okay? And I'm gonna keep your head this way. Okay. So that's the problem with that paper cutter. Everybody teaches it. Everybody shows you how well it works. Nobody tells you the truth that it doesn't work. It will only work on those who are like, oh, God, like that. You got 2 feet that way. Now I'll show you one that works. Paper cutter. This is going to be the lapel cutter. We'll talk about how to set this up. But your arm, okay, his arm has to be on the inside. When it's like this, it's not going to work. It's got to be like this. So I grab his collar, okay, and I'm here. I'm going to walk around the head just a little bit, and notice how I'm up on my feet. So I can have driving pressure. Notice how his head comes up. I'm going to take my left lapel, okay, and I'm going to feed it to my right hand. As my left hand moves from my lapel, pulling his head up, and then walk this way. From here, I can feel my left lapel with my thumb, and I'm just going to go right up that lapel. I'm going to go do it. And I'm just going to hold him here, because he's caught. So if John, I'm trying to loosen. I'm not trying to even tighten it. Okay, so from here, if he walks his hips away, let's say, sport, okay? That's tight. He tightens it. If he walks his hips into me, it's tight. If he turns his head into me, it's tight. If he hugs my head, it's tight. Okay, because he starts pulling himself into, okay, my lapel, my top arm, and I'm not even pulling. Okay, I'm just here. All I'm doing, my left elbow is just to the mat, and I'm kind of playing his head. So if he hugs my head like I did, and also I'm pinching my right elbow, so he can't pull his arm out. Okay? If he hugs my head and tries to turn, it just tightens.
Okay. I'm low in here.
Okay? So, and I'm not even pulling it. If I really wanted to pull it, I would just grab a little bit closer to my Okay? So you're gonna go arm to arm like this. Okay? The arms like this. You don't have any. Yep. Just walk around. I'm gonna grab the collar here. Okay? And I'm gonna pinch my right elbow so he can't pull his arm out. And I'm gonna post like this, okay? Okay, here, okay? And I'm gonna pinch my right elbow and my right hip, okay? From here, I'm gonna take my left lapel, and I'm gonna go like by his shoulder. And I'm gonna feed it here. And I'm gonna pull his head like this as I walk to the right. And my shoulder still driving into his sternum. My left hand comes right about jaw level here. And I'm gonna crunch, and I'm gonna slide back. And I'm gonna get my left elbow to his throat. And my right hand is still holding the top. Walk your feet to the right. Yep. You see this right here? I'm holding it very loose. At any time I can pull it. Okay? I'm just holding it loose. There's my left elbow here. Okay? From here I'm gonna ask my partner, can you walk your hips away?
I'd rather not.
What would you rather do besides just tap from here?
I want to come like this, but it's still bad. But I'd be trying to get my hand out.
No
It's
problem.
not good.
Yeah, it's very difficult to move my hand from here because I can then just lock it, and then if he tries even to reach my, it's just open. Okay, so you're going to be here, your right hand here. So it's got to be anchored to something. You're pinching your right elbow to your right hip. See how I'm at an angle? Okay, I'm not like this. You'll pull this arm out. Okay, I don't want that. I want to be here. Okay, I'm going to feed it from my left hand to my right. Doesn't have to be super tight. As I feed it, grabbing the head, I'm going to walk to the right. My left hand slides up, 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 up. If I really want it super tight, I'll get it right here. If I want it a little bit looser, I'll make it loose. And I'm just gonna slide down right here. And I'm laying on his arm, okay? And then you ask, can you slowly walk your feet to the left?
Choke myself.
Can you walk your feet to the right?
It's the same.
Can you turn onto your right side?
Not really.
Can you hug my head?
I'd rather not. That chokes it worse.
So, there you go. From the left to the right, and then it's this, right here. And his head is right in there. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. This is the most effective